How are you? I am now again for you to teach the chapter 9 coordination compounds, and hope you all also have full energy for the study and enjoy the chemistry with me. Okay, let's see. We are studying coordination compounds, and now the topic is bonding in complex compounds. We have discussed two theories for this, that were Werner's theory and the valence bond theory, and examples also. In this video we will explain the crystal field theory for bonding in complex compounds. Okay, what is the crystal field theory? Field theory means when we take the metal atom, central metal atom, it is assumed as positive charge, and all the ligands are assumed as negative charge. Okay, between the positive and negative charge, which attraction force is visible? That is electrostatic force. Okay, so due to electrostatic force between positively charged metal atom and negatively charged ligands, there will be the formation of the coordination compounds. Okay, this is the theme of the crystal field theory. Actually, this theory was first of all implemented on crystals, ionic crystal. So this is known as crystal field theory. Okay, in this theory, M means central metal atom is positive point charge and L is negative point charge. L means ligand. Okay, see, according to this theory, Cm is assumed as point positive charge and ligand is assumed as point negative charge. So there is a strong electrostatic force between them. So positive charge and negative charge are bonded with ionic bond, means the nature of coordination bond is ionic type. Okay, and the orbitals present in the path of attacking ligands are repelled. Why? Means it is the central metal atom, and these are the d orbitals of this central metal atom. Okay, there are 5 d orbitals in the central metal atom, that are dxy, dyz and dxz, and dx square, y square and dz square. These 3 orbitals are founded in between the axis, means in the plane, means dxy means this is m and these are the axis. Okay, then in between the axes these are founded. Okay, while the dx square, y square and dz square are founded in the plane, means if it's x, it is y and it is z axis. Dxy square means this is dx square, y square founded in xy axis, and dz square means this is one lobe and the second lobe is surrounded by it. Okay, so these two orbitals are present in the axis, and these 3 orbitals are founded in the between the axis or in the plane. When any ligand attacks on central metal atom, then the orbitals which are in the path, present in the path of metal and ligand attraction, they are repelled, because these are ligands is assumed as negative charge, and orbitals means finding probability of finding electrons that are also negative charge, and then there will be repulsion between negatively charged ligands and negatively charged electron. So the orbitals which are founded between the attacking path of the ligand are repelled more, and due to repulsion the orbitals becomes higher energy, and which are repelled less, that becomes of lower energy. Means these 5 degenerate orbitals, these are 5 degenerate orbitals, we can show these orbital as in this way. These 5 orbitals are splitted into 2 types now. One type of higher energy and second type is lower energy. Means when ligands attack on the CMA, the degenerate and d orbitals are splitted into 2 types of energy orbitals. This is known as the splitting of d orbital. This is also the reason of crystal field theory. Okay, see, the orbitals present in the path of the attacking ligands are repelled. So degeneracy of d orbitals is destroyed. Degeneracy means the energy of these 5 orbitals is same. This is the degeneracy, and this is splitted into 2 energy levels. One is lower and the second one is higher. Okay, So the degeneracy is destroyed. Degenerate d orbitals are splitted into two energy levels, that are Eg and T2g. Two orbitals that are present in the axis are known as Eg, small e, small g, Eg orbitals, and the three orbitals present between the axis are known as T2g orbitals. There are two alphabet and two orbitals. There are three letters T, 2g, means three orbitals are present. Okay, this process is known as splitting or crystal field splitting, and energy difference between Eg and T2g orbitals is termed as crystal field splitting energy, and this is represented by 10 dq. Okay, clear? Now we will see the splitting of d orbitals in octahedral complexes. We will explain the splitting of d orbitals in octahedral and tetrahedral complexes. First of all, we will take the octahedral complexes. Octahedral complexes means the geometry is in the axes, means 6 ligands are attacking from the axis. So the orbitals which are present in the axis means dx square y square and dz square are repelled more. So these two energy levels become of higher energies, and the three orbitals, that are dxy, dyz and dxz, are repelled less, so they become of lower energy, and means in octahedral complexes degenerate 5d orbitals are splitted into 2 Eg orbitals and 3 T2g orbitals. Eg orbitals are of higher energy and T2g orbitals are of lower energy. Eg orbitals means dx square, y square and dz square, while T2g means dxy, dyz and dxz. Clear? So see, in octahedral complexes, 6 ligands attack on the CME from axis. Okay, so the dx square, y square and dz square orbitals of metal atom are repelled more due to these are present in the axis. Hence these orbitals become of high energy, while dxy, dyz and dxz orbitals present between the axes are repelled less, so they become of lower energy. Okay, these dx square, y square, dz square orbitals are known as Eg orbitals, while dxy, dyz and dxz orbitals are known T2g orbitals. Okay, thus what is the splitting? The definition of splitting is the splitting of degenerate d orbitals into high energetic Eg and low energetic T2g orbitals due to presence of negatively charged ligand is termed as splitting of d orbital. Okay, see, this is the splitting of d orbitals in octahedral field. What is this? These are the 6 degenerate orbitals. When ligands attack on this CMA, then the all 5 energy d orbitals become some higher energy because of the influence of the negatively charged ligand due to repulsion. Okay, now when ligands are attaching from the axes, then these are the higher or energetic Eg orbitals and these are the lower energy T2g orbitals, and the energy difference between Eg and T2g orbitals is known as CFSE, crystal field splitting energy, that is always equals to 10 dq, and here we can also denote is delta O. O means octahedral. Okay, now this was the energy level of the degenerate orbitals. Eg orbitals are increased by 6 dq energy, while T2g orbitals are decreased by 4 dq energy. Plus means increment and minus means decrease. Okay, or we can say it is 0.6 delta O and it is minus 0.4 delta O. Complete delta O 0.4 plus 0.6 plus 0.4 is equal to 1, or we can say 3 upon 5 delta O and 2 upon 5 delta O. Okay, clear? This is the splitting of d orbitals. Clear it? Okay, next. The value of this delta O depends upon the nature of ligand. As we have studied in VBT, the ligands are of two types, weak field and strong field ligands. Okay, so the value of delta O is also depend upon the nature of the ligand, that can be weak field ligand or strong field ligand. Here weak field and strong field ligand means the repulsion is more than means strong repulsion, strong field ligand, weak repulsion, weak field ligand. Okay, Now first case 1, in the presence of strong field ligand. In a strong field ligand, this splitting becomes very much. So when 1 2 3 electrons are filled, then next electron will be filled in the 1 2 3, 3 electrons are filled, then fourth and electrons can be filled in upper E orbital or can be paired in lower T2G orbitals. So it will depend on the difference between them, that is delta O, and the second one is pairing energy. Pairing energy pi means the energy required to pairing of electrons, and delta O means the energy required to fill the electron in upper Eg orbitals. Okay, if delta O is greater than pi, means splitting energy is much more than pairing energy, then electron will be easily paired and not will be filled in Eg orbitals. Means when strong field ligand takes part in the formation of compounds, then the delta O will be much more and pi will be less. Pi means pairing energy. We want to do easy task, so electrons will be do easy task, means where the energy required less, the work done. Okay, now means pairing will be done and electron will be filled in low energy orbitals. These compounds in which strong field ligands are founded, electrons are paired in lower energy orbitals. So these compounds are also known as low spin complexes or low spin compounds. Okay, but if the weak field ligand is present, then weak field ligand present means delta O will be very much less. Okay, less means it will be less than pi, means pairing energy. Pairing energy will be higher than the splitting energy. Then electron will be not paired because this is the high. Electron will be filled in the higher energy Eg orbital when weak field ligands are take part, means electron will be filled in higher energy orbitals. Higher energy orbitals means the compound will be known as high spin complexes. Clear? In strong field ligands, low spin complexes are obtained, while in weak field ligands, high spin complexes are obtained. Why? Because in weak field ligands, delta O is very much less, while in strong field ligand, delta O is very high energy splitting. Okay, clear? Means in case of presence of SFL means strong field ligand. In this case CFS means delta O is much more than pairing energy, means pi. Delta O is greater than pi, hence pairing of electrons occurs in low energy T2G orbitals and low spin complexes are obtained. While in the presence of WFL means weak field ligand, in this case CFSE, delta O is less than the pairing energy, that is delta O is less than pi, hence the pairing does not take place, but electrons are filled into high energy Eg orbitals and high spin complexes are obtained. See, this is the difference between the strong field and weak field ligands in the splitting of d orbitals. These are degenerate d orbitals. When strong field ligands take part, then the splitting energy is very high, while weak field ligand takes part, then the delta O means splitting energy is very low. Clear? These both are Eg orbitals and these are T2G orbitals. The difference in between the CFSE delta O. Here is in the weak field ligand it is very less, and in strong field ligand it is very low. Clear? Now it is very important series for this year, spectrochemical series. As we have discussed in BBT that ligands are of two types, weak field ligand and strong field ligand, and we know and that then in which the donor atom is halogen, sulfur or oxygen, then the ligands will be weak field, while the donor atom is carbon, nitrogen and phosphorus, then the ligands are known as strong field ligands. Here is also a series is obtained by the arrangement of the ligands in the increasing order of the strength. Okay, this is known as the spectrochemical series. The series of ligands in which in the increasing order of their strength is termed as the spectrochemical series. See, I minus, Br minus, here I halogen, Br halogen, here donor atom is sulfur. Okay, here donor atom is chlorine, here donor atom is sulfur, here donor halogen, here donor atom oxygen, here donor atom also oxygen, here also oxygen. This light green shade is denoted for the weak field ligands, while NCS isothiocyanate donor atom is nitrogen. EDTA, here the donor atoms are nitrogen, here nitrogen, pyridine phosphorus, En nitrogen, Cn C, carbon monoxide C. These are the weak field ligands and these are the strong field ligand. Okay, we have to learn this series. Okay, to identify the strong field ligands and weak field ligands also. There is a small very interesting trick to learn the series. आएगी बाहर सुन कल से फिर ओह ऑक्जेलिक वाटर, आएगी बाहर सुन कल से फिर ओह ऑक्जेलिक, ऑक्जेलिक है ये, ऑक्जेलिक वाटर. क्लियर? आएगी बाहर सुन कल से फिर ओह ऑक्जेलिक वाटर. To complete the sentence, I have added here may and है. There is no meaning of these two words. आएगी बाहर कल से सुन, आएगी बाहर सुन कल से फिर ओह ऑक्जेलिक वाटर में नशा है. आइसोथायोसाइनेट नशा है, NCS नशा है. EDTA मीन्स इडियट, इडियट. M मीन P, ENCNCO. ओके, नशा है, idiot. M mean P, ENCNCO. These are the strong ligands in the series. Okay, this is the spectrochemical series. Very short definition, very simple thing and very important thing. Now we can write the electronic configurations of the d orbitals in the complexes, octahedral complex in weak field and strong field ligands. Okay, see, these are the degenerate d orbitals, and in weak field ligand these are splitted in less, and in strong field ligand these are splitted high. Okay, now one electron, d1 configuration. Now one electron is, the electrons are filled according to Hund's rule. Okay, one electron and one electron also same. Second electron, second electron, second electron. D3, third electron, third electron. Same 1 2 3 1 2 3. These are T2g orbitals. These are also T2g orbitals. Means in CFL and SFL and WFL, T2g1, T2g1, T2g2, T2g2, T2g3, T2g3. Clear? These three electronic configuration are same for SFL and WFL. Now fourth electron, here the fourth electron will be filled in higher energy Eg orbitals, because splitting energy is very much less. Okay, while in strong field ligands delta O is very high, so electrons will be paired in T2g orbital. So now this is changed. Okay, so for D4 it will be 3 and Eg1, sorry, T2g4 for strong field it is 0. These are 0. While in weak field ligands it will be 3 and it will be 1, and these all are 0. Next, fifth electrons in SFL it will be filled in WFL, it will be filled in upper electronic upper Eg orbitals, while in strong field it is filled in the lower energy orbitals. Means here it will be 5 0 and it will be 3 2. Okay, okay, these 5 electrons are filled. Now sixth electron means this electron will be, now all the 5 d orbitals are filled unpaired electron, so next electron will be filled in T2g. Now it will be paired, and here the sixth electron will be paired in T2g also. Means sixth electron will come T2g orbital, but electronic configuration is different. Okay, this is 6 0 and this is 4 2. Okay, now T2g orbital is filled in strong field ligands, means all the T2g orbitals are filled. Now electron will be filled in Eg only, 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, while in here now 4 electrons, next electron will fill in this here WFL, 6th electron. Okay, 7th electron and 8th electron also, means 7th electron and 8th electron also. These are 2 only. Okay, 8th electron is filled, then 9th electron will be filled in Eg orbitals. 9th electron means this is 3, and 10th electron will be filled also in Eg orbitals, means it will be 4. Okay, now you can see the electronic configurations of all the d orbitals. The electronic configuration of D1, D2 and D3 configurations same for SFL and weak field ligands also. Same D8, D9 and D10. These electronic configurations are also same. Means there is no any effect on electronic configuration due to strong field ligand or weak field ligand. While D4, D5, D6 and D7 are different for both. So only ligand affect the electronic configuration from D4 to D7 only. Okay. Now we can calculate also CFSE. CFSE means crystal field stabilization energy. Here T2G 1 electron, T2G 2 electron, T2G 3 electron, T2G 4 electron, T2G 5 electron, T2G 6 electrons. Okay. Now all are 6. Here E2G, T2G, EG is 0, 0, 0. Now this is 1, this is 2, this is 3 and this is 4. Okay, what is this? Minus 4 is multiplied to the electrons in T2G orbitals and 0.6 is multiplied with the electrons of EG orbitals in delta L2, and then the values of these are added to get the CFSE. Here the CFSE will be minus 0.4 delta O. Okay. Here that CFSE will be minus 0.8 delta O. See, according to electrons in T2G and EG orbitals. Okay, these are the number of electrons in T2G are multiplied by minus 0.4 and the number of electrons in EG are multiplied by 0.6 and get the values of these are added and the value of CFSE is obtained. Okay, these are the values of the CFSE in strong field ligand and weak field ligand. These values can predict the stability also. More negative energy, more stability. Okay, we can see here the strong field ligands are more stable than the weak field ligand. See, just like D5 electronic configuration. In D5 electronic configuration, in SFL, CFS is minus 2.0 delta O. While in weak field ligand, this is 0.0 means no splitting energy. Okay, means this electronic configuration is more stable than this. Here it is minus 1.6, it is only 0.6, it is less stable, it is more stable. And D1, D2, D3 and D6, D7, D8, D9 and D10, there is no any change in the CFSs also, so there is no effect of weak field and strong field ligands. Okay, these are the splitting of d orbitals in octahedral complexes and the electronic configurations of the central metal atom in the influence of octahedral ligands. Okay, thank you.